Mhm. Hello there. I'm just checking that everything's all good to go with the election. I'm trying to check on YouTube to see we're all good to go. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're all good to go here. Just check the picture. Yeah, that's okay. Picture looks good. Yeah, I think we're all good to go here. Just check the picture. Right. Okay. Welcome to another live stream mind and drawing session. My name's Gary, and we'll just get started in about 5 minutes. Usually we give it kind of 5 minutes just so that people can come into the stream. If you want to put a wee message on the kind of comment section, let me know you're here. Today's session is all about just using pens. We're going to create some artwork today using pens. We're also going to give you a wee kind of a run through on how to do a poster as well. I'm going to give you a kind of step-by-step guide on how to make a poster, because next week I'm going to show you that an actual create a poster, but I'm going to show you a wee detailed plan of that. Also, we're going to do some pen illustrations and some blind drawing as well. We always start off a wee bit of blind drawing, to kind of be warm up to start off with as well. So we'll start off a wee bit of blind drawing, then we go into a wee bit of pen illustration work, kind of relaxation, mindfulness pen illustration, and then what I'm going to do at the end is create some artwork using pens and pencils. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. Hi Michael, how's it going? Yes, I do of course wash my hands all the time. Yes, often a time like this, I'm been washing my hands. I've got my gloves on. Actually, I've got my gloves on right now. Actually, I've got my gloves here. So that's the plan today. To do some mainly focused on just using pens and pencils. I know a lot of people may not have pens out there, so I think pens, pencils. You'll probably need a ruler or a straight edge. If you've got a straight edge, that'd be ideal. So I'm using kind of stencil, just a wee kind of straight edge. If you've got a straight edge, that's good as well. So the main things you need right now is pens, pencils, a straight edge, or a ruler, and some paper. Really, just a couple of pieces of paper. So that's the plan. So we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll get going. This is going to be about a 45-minute session today. So we're here till about 2:45. So because after this, I'm going to be doing a few more videos for the YouTube channel. So I'm going to be doing a few more video tutorials, a few more drawing challenges, which I'm going to film after this. So this is a 45-minute session today. We'll do a bit of blind drawing, do a bit of pen illustration work, and we'll also create our own artwork as well. Like a skyline using pens. I've been doing this lately, and it's really good. But I'm going to show you kind of step by step how to create like a kind of skyline just in the buildings and stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea today. So we'll get started in about a couple of minutes. I hope things are well, and on this Wednesday afternoon live stream for Mind and Draw. Kind of a wee update with what's going on. Continue with the video tutorials. The video tutorials are going well. The drawing challenges are going well. Going to get more filmed today, which are going to be uploaded this week and then the next couple of weeks, because I like to spread them out, like the videos and stuff. So so I've got a few. I've got about 4 or 5 I want to do today, film wise, and done one yesterday with the pen illustrations. How to create patterns and kind of mindfulness illustrations we've been doing, which I enjoy doing. It's really helped me with my kind of, sometimes you feel a wee bit anxious in the house and that you're feeling like you've got a lot to do and stuff like that, and just creating patterns and stuff really helps me. So I done a wee tutorial on that, which was on the YouTube channel, and it's kind of about a 4-minute video on how I, if you've got a blank piece of paper, how do you set off a kind of pattern really, and I just give you a wee kind of how my kind of thought process goes with that. So tomorrow's challenge is all about drawing with direction. So this is a kind of 2-person exercise where one person gives out the instructions and one person draws, but that one person that draws is blind, well, closes their eyes. And the idea is the person that's giving out instructions has the drawing in front of them, and you've got to give that person who's drawn the instructions to draw whilst they're blind. No, I think that's kind of idea of it, but I've got a kind of rough idea of what it's all about. So it's called drawing with direction. It's a good kind of 2-person exercise. So, but that'll be the drawing challenge tomorrow. The other video tutorial I'm doing is all about poster making, which I've been doing lately with some groups online, which have been going really well, and very happy how the poster making will be picked themes, and you think of a title and a subtitle, and then you design a border, and you create a wee kind of artwork based on that title, and it's a great way kind of nice step. So that's the next kind of video tutorial I'm doing as well. That went down well with all the groups that I've been working with online on Zoom, you know, which has been a real positive tool. So we'll get started in just about a minute or so, and just in case anyone joins in. And yeah, we'll get started. You always like to start off with a wee bit of blind drawing, a wee warm up, a nice wee 5-minute, 10-minute warm up, and then we'll go into the kind of I'll start with the artwork. Create your own kind of skyline. You know, that's what I'm going to do. The kind of buildings, but I'll show you that. What I'm going to do, put the camera down, and you're going to watch me drawing and stuff like that. This is where you need a ruler as well. And if you've got a wee bit of time, we'll do a wee bit of pen illustration work. Pen illustration work as well. So I hope you enjoy the session today, and we'll just get started in about a minute, you know, and then we'll get going. No music today. I thought that wasn't a good idea having some music on, because it doesn't really pick up well with the live stream. Because when I went back to the live stream from my last session, it just didn't sound right. So there's going to be no music for that. But regarding the paint to music sessions, what I've been doing with that is actually using my other camera, and I'm actually just kind of pre-recording it and just uploading the video on YouTube, which has actually worked out better because the music kind of picks up better on my other camera. So that's what I've been doing. So it's not live, the paint to music sessions, but I'm just been videoing myself doing paint to music or drawing to music, and then uploaded it on YouTube. So again, you can check that out as well. I done a 20-minute video on that in the paint to music session last night. So okay, so we're going to get started. Go start off with a wee kind of warm up. If anyone joins in, they can. I'll kind of run this through. But we're going to start off with a bit of blind drawing. Again, you kind of know the kind of idea with blind drawing. You close your eyes and you do a blind portrait of yourself. Very simple. I've done quite a few of these now. Actually, I've probably done hundreds of these. But it's always a good way kind of warm up, and it's a good way to just kind of, it's a good way to just get everyone going really, and it's a good way of kind of just have a bit of laughter, really. You know, it's a lot of people feel a bit nervous when they do a bit of drawing and when they see a blank piece of paper. But when you get to do a blind drawing, there's no right or wrong. Every design is different when it comes to blind drawing. So it's a good way kind of warm up. It could be icebreaker to start off the session. So that's what we're going to do for 5 minutes, and then we're going to go straight into the kind of artwork. So I hope that's okay. It's a good way kind of warm up. I always like to start off a blind drawing. It's always my kind of go-to first exercise, because it's just a good way icebreaker, you know. And it's a good laugh, and everyone had a good time doing this. So we're going to start off with that. Don't mind, I'm just wearing my jacket right now. I'm at the studio right now because this is probably the only place I can do. It's kind of quiet, but it's pretty cold. That's why I can hear right now. So I'm just putting my jacket on. So don't, you know, I'm not like doing a quick getaway or nothing like that. So it's a very chilly outside today, and I thought I'll keep the jacket on. So I'm going to start off with a blind drawing. Again, just need some pens, you know, any kind of colour pen. I'm going to use this colour. I'm going to use the colour blue. Check here. Now again, just go there. Let's see. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put the camera down. I'm just going to put this right here. There we go. That's it. So that now you can see me doing it. Another thing you would like maybe do if the paper is kind of sloppy, you can get a wee bit of tape just to hold it down. I'm just going to put it down here. So like that. So in case, it depends on what table you've got actually. If your table doesn't do that, it's just this table's quite slippy sometimes with paper, so it's good just to have, just to hold it down so that it's good to go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So here we go. So we're going to start off with the blind drawing. So that's the paper folded down. You can see that's good to go. Got my pen ready, and I'm going to start off with my blind drawing. So again, simple kind of exercise. You close your eyes, and that's it. You start drawing. So again, you're focusing on the face, the shoulders, the neck. That's the sort of thing. Don't worry about the hair. It's just what it is to the face, then the head shape. And that's really it. So let's get going with this. And I'm just going to start off. I'm going to mix it up this time actually. Usually I start off with the eyes. This time I'm going to start off with the mouth and see how it goes. So I'm going to start off with the mouth and see how it goes here. And I'm going to go up to the nose and see how this might change. Because I used to always start with the eyes. That's always my go-to. But this time I'm just mixing it up here. Going to go with the eyebrows now. Get the other eye in. Let's see. Now I need to go back down to the nose now. Get the rest of the nose in. Now this is awkward now. Now I've got to get the ear to ear. There we go. Now I'm going to go back down to the neck and shoulders. Always recommend keeping the pen on the paper. That's always a go-to tip. There we go. There we go. Interesting. Very interesting. I decided to mix up there. I started with the mouth. Usually I start off with the eyes. Yeah, I usually start with the eyes, nose, and then back up to the eyes, and then. So usually I would finish off with the mouth, but this time I started with the mouth. It's very interesting. I'm going to show you this right now. Actually, I probably recommend this to anyone. Because usually I would just say let's start with the eyes. That's always a good starting point. But this is interesting. I'm just going to get the paper here. Just so you go. I'm now going to move the camera. Let's see it. There we go. Just move this here. There we go. And you can see there, let's see if I can just get this up here. There we go. That's my blind drawing right now. You can see it's a big difference from my usual blind drawings that I do. I actually did pretty well actually with the eyes and nose. The nose shape is, I'm quite impressed actually. The head shape's a bit more fuller. The neck and shoulders a bit thin. But yeah, definitely different to my usual blind drawings, I would say that. You know, I've definitely admit that. Using my blind drawings a bit more thinner. I don't know if that's because I started differently, but I would actually recommend that if you're so used to starting off with the eyes when you're doing a blind drawing, I would recommend just mix it up actually. Start off with maybe the nose, start off with the mouth, starting off with the neck, working your way bottom up to the top, you know, nothing wrong with that. So I would recommend doing that, try to mix it up. And that was the first time I've done that actually, just mix it up, starting off the mouth. So that's very interesting. So there's my blind drawing right there. Very interesting. I'm going to leave that there on the side, and we're going to go on. So what I'll give you a wee minute just to finish off that, and we're going to go straight into the next exercise in a couple of minutes. So this is we're going to need some pens, we need some paper, and if you've got a straight edge like a ruler or any kind of straight edge, you know, I'm going to be using my stencil because it's a bit smaller. I'm just going to use this here. I do have a ruler, but it's just too big right now, and this one's there. So what you need for the next exercise is some pens, paper. If you've got pencils, that's good as well. Just any kind of creative media that you can use to draw with. So I'm going to be using pens right now. I'm going to use a biro, which is just a black biro that I'm going to be using. So we'll start off that in a couple of minutes. Just wait till that goes to about 15, and we'll go on to the next exercise. So let's get my paper out. There's my paper. Let's see. Hope everything's doing well. Hope everyone's safe. You know, I don't know how many weeks this has been like. You know, I think this is the 5th week of the live streams. You know, this is my 5th. This is the 6th live stream I've done. Getting more comfortable doing it, but it's getting there. But hope everyone's doing well. You know, we're just doing a wee bit of blind drawing right there. So I'll let you do that for a couple of minutes. We're going to go straight into the next exercise where we're going to use pens and a ruler, and we're going to just create a wee bit of artwork. We're going to create a kind of skyline, building skyline, and a kind of pathway. But I'm going to kind of give you a step-by-step guide on how to do that. But you just need a pen. You'll just need maybe a ruler as well. But what I'm going to do when we start, I'm just going to move the camera down to when I'm drawing, and then I'm just going to do it. But you can watch me do it. But I'll give you a wee couple of tips and stuff, and kind of step guide to do it. Because by the time you can finish this, because you're not going to finish the actual artwork by the session, but what you will have is a nice bit of artwork and a nice outline which you can colour in at home, and you know, when the session's finished and stuff. It's a good way to do. That's the kind of idea when I do these outlines as well. I wish I had my sketchbook with me, because I could have showed you some of the examples. What I'm going to be doing, this is some of the stuff that I've been doing lately. is a lot of pen illustration work, and it's been really helping me with my kind of dismal anxiety when I'm in the house and feel a bit nervous. It's a great way to relax. So I'm going to kind of be sharing some of my artwork to you guys on social media soon as. But I wish I had my sketchbook with me today and I could have showed you. But I'm going to give you a wee kind of run through how I do it. And yeah, so we'll go start in about a couple of minutes and see how it goes. Let's see. So we'll get started now. So we'll get started again. Just going to see how we'll do this here. Get this set up now. Let's see. I'm going to put some tape on here. Usually I just put tape on the piece of paper just to hold it down. But you don't need to do that if the table's okay. It's just because sometimes it kind of moves about sometimes when I draw. So sometimes I would just put that tape down. So we're just going to get started in a minute. And we'll get going now. So this is the first time I've done this to kind of showcase this in a kind of live stream. So bear with me when I'm doing this. So the first step, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move a couple of stuff here. So I'm going to move the camera back down. And again, you just kind of need, you just need pens. Well, just a kind of one colour pen, a ruler or a straight edge, and just a piece of paper, and that's it. So I'm going to get started right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this paper, the laptop down here, and just so you can see me here. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. So again, you just need the, I've got a straight edge right here. That's my straight edge. And what I'm going to start off here, I'm just going to give myself a wee guide here. So what I'm going to do here right now. So the idea of my artwork today is just to create a kind of building skyline and a pathway leading into the buildings. So that's kind of the idea of what I'm going to do here. So the first step I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a kind of straight line on the middle of the page like this here. So this is my straight line here. That's my kind of, so that's my first bit I'm going to do. So the second bit I want to do is just create a pathway, and it's going to be from big and it's just going to go to small right here. So it's going to be two dots here. I'm going to put 2 dots here, one here. So that's the start of my pathway. And the idea is you don't use straight a ruler for this. You just kind of just go in a pathway here, like that. So it's from big to small. So it makes like the building's far away. So that's the kind of idea. So that will be the. So there we go. So that's my pathway right there. So then the next step was to create the buildings. So this is where you want to create the buildings. So again, you need your kind of straight edge here. I don't have a ruler. I do have a ruler, but it's a bit too big for the table. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a couple of buildings. This is where you need the kind of straight line here. And there we go. Just get this the building here. Let's see, there we go. Let's create a couple of buildings. There we go. There we go. So you go, there's one building there. You can create another building right here. Just one in the distance. There we go. Yeah, there's that one there. There we go. There's another one there. Just create a couple of buildings. There's this 3 you need for this. There we go. There we go. So that's me creating my buildings. Now you've got the skyline as well. It's a nice sunny day. You want to create a nice sunny day, so you just kind of clip the sun here. Like that. Clipping that. Nice kind of sun. And there we go. So much tape there. That's a nice bit of sun there. And then next bit, you maybe create a couple of windows as well. Nothing wrong with that. Now there's quite a lot here, so I'm just going to do this kind of freehand. So I'm going to put a wee one here. So I'm actually going to put a wee door actually in some of these. There we go. And I'm just going to create a couple of windows. And I'm not going to do this for the rest of them, but that's the kind of idea. So there we go. again. So by the end of this, you'll probably have a nice wee outline which you can colour into. And this is what I've been doing lately. So we'll just get the share. There we go. So we'll create a window here. Let's create a couple of windows because there's a building and this. There we go. And I'm just going to leave it there. And then you've got your kind of outline. And what I usually do with this outline is I create kind of palms with this as well. So okay, there we go. So I'm just going to finish this off, add some more windows. I'm going to try and fill this all up. I'll get a wee ruler for this one. Use it again. There we go. I'm going to show you this in a wee minute, just to give you a wee kind of step by step guide. So what I'm going to do, there we go. So what I'm doing, just going to show you what I've been doing so far. There we go. Yeah, let's see. So what I've been doing is carry artwork right now here, and I've just been creating a kind of like a kind of building kind of skyline with a pathway to it. So this is what I've been doing right now. So this is my kind of outline right now. So I started off with the kind of first line halfway on the paper, just a straight line, and then what I did, I created a wee pathway from big to small. So I put two wee dots there, one there and one there. That's the start of my pathway, and then I just created two kind of lines getting closer together, and that creates your pathway as well. So that's a kind of grassy area there, and that's your pathway. So that's two different colours there. And then I've just created some buildings as well. So I've not actually finished the buildings yet. So I've done about 3 buildings, all different shapes, one in the distance, one in the kind of background, one in the foreground, and from there. And then I'm just adding a few windows right now. So I'll do that right now, add the windows. I've added a wee kind of sun. And that's my kind of outline for the actual bit of artwork. So after that, I'm going to show you in a minute. But what I'm going to do first is just finish off the windows and add as many windows as I can to this. So I'll do that first and then come back to you right now. Come back to you in about 5 minutes. So I'll let you get on with that, which will probably take about 5 minutes. Maybe I'll give you maybe 5-10 minutes actually. So what I'll do, I'm going to put the laptop back down. There we go. Again, if you've got any questions, let me know. I'm just trying to think of some new ideas for you here. Because when you're done with this, you've got a nice big bit of artwork with an outline, and what you can do is you can colour that in with different kind of colours and stuff like that. I wish I had my sketchbook and I could have actually shown you. That's the most frustrating thing. So I'm just doing this freehand because the way I do this is kind of quicker. There we go. So let's create some windows. Just try and mix them up here. Right, so I'll go back to here. So that's me. Added the windows there. I've added a kind of more 3D style to it. There's my buildings there. There we go. Now what I've done now, I'm just going to give you a wee kind of run through there right now of what I've done so far. So I started off just putting a line right in the middle. So that's where the building is going to be in the top half, pathway is going to be in the bottom half. Then I started with the pathway, just put 2 wee dots, one here, one here. That's the start of the pathway. And what you do, you just create a pathway, getting the lines closer together, and there's your pathway to the buildings. Next step, you start creating the buildings, the kind of outlines. So I've done 3 buildings, one here, one up here, and then one here. And I kind of created a 3D effect, as you can see the way that I've done the 3D effect here. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do a wee kind of tutorial on this as well, and just give you a kind of run through. But this is just a kind of quicker version of it. And the next step, I'm just going to be trying to add a wee bit of kind of parts to it as well. But I'm not going to add any parts to the buildings. I'm just going to be adding parts to the kind of skyline and the ground as well. So just the skyline and the ground. So not the pathway. Leave the pathway blank. Leave the buildings as it is, but just focus on the skyline and the kind of the ground, but not the pathway. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to create little patterns. You've seen the way I do patterns in the past tutorials I've done in the past live streams. So this is the kind of pattern I'm going to be doing onto this artwork. So this is what my next step is going to be. And I'm going to create many little patterns around the areas I've just selected. So just the ones I've selected right now is just the skyline and the ground, really, but not the pathway. So that's my next step I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do that right now. So again, any questions, just let me know. Happy to answer them. Happy to answer. This is all new, really. This is a new thing I'm trying out today. Just want to try and kind of keep it fresh and with new ideas and stuff, and just show what the kind of stuff that I do when I'm at home, and what you guys can do at home as well. Because this kind of stuff really helps me with my kind of anxiety and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel a bit nervous and I need something to kind of just relax me. So doing stuff like this, like doing pen illustrations and just creating little marks and patterns and stuff like that, just with a biro pen, that's all you need. A couple of pens, really, or pencils. That's all you need, and it's a great way to just relax, have a bit of music on in the background, or if you're listening to music, it's a great way to just do it. And I totally recommend it. Do stuff like this. And so that's what I'm showing you guys today, is just showing the way I kind of do pen illustration. It's not like a masterpiece, but it's just something that can help you in these kind of times where it can pass the time for an hour. And this only takes maybe roughly about an hour, really. So, and you can keep adding to it as the days go on. You keep going to it, and then you can think of some new ideas as well. So what I'll be doing as well in the next couple of weeks as well is just sharing some of the artwork I've been doing at these times and all the pen illustration stuff I've done. So I hope you do enjoy it. And what I'm going to be doing right now is just going to go back to the kind of illustration that I'm on right now and just add a few patterns to it as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the camera back down to my artwork and go from there. So there we go. So that done there. There we go. I think that looks good to me. Check if it's that. I'm just checking the time. Yep, everything's okay. We've got another 15 minutes here, so we'll just kind of get going here. Let's see. I'm just checking what kind of way I'm going to do this. I use different colours. Now you can use different colours if you want. So just using different kind of patterns here. So let's start doing that. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to create little patterns here. This is a good way to do this. Just going to create little patterns. So there you go. This is a good way to do this with music as well. Just creating little patterns. So I'm just going to add some skyline as well. Do something with the just making the lines a bit more kind of darker as well. So there we go. There we go. So I'm just going to create this a bit of printing patterns here. Regarding the patterns, you can do as many kind of different patterns you want. Don't worry about it. Don't need to copy me. You can just do as many different patterns you want. And you can use different colours as well. I'm just using black right now. So you can use different kind of patterns if you want. There's no worry about that. Just going to finish this off this side here, and then I'll just making little wee touches here, finishing touches to this. Just to, there we go. There we go. So what we'll do is put this back up here, and let's see. Okay, and that's just the outlines right now. There we go. And as you can see, I've just created a lot of different kind of patterns from each on the kind of non-pathways bit of the ground, and also the skyline. And you can see the big difference there on just adding a few patterns there. And then the next step would then just add a wee bit of colour to it. You know, you can start filling in the patterns as well, adding more patterns, you know, adding colour to it and stuff like that. And now you've got your own kind of colouring in design, which you can use. You know, you can. The kids can, you know, draw on as well. So that's kind of the idea why I do it, is that I can create this artwork, and then I've got the outline for it, and then I can just add a wee bit of colour and necessary. So yeah, that's kind of a run through. So I'll give you a wee kind of, you know, kind of step-by-step guide again of this. So the first step really is, if you're going to do something like this with the kind of buildings and something like that, you know, I start off by putting a wee line right here in the middle. So that's my kind of guide. So the top half would be the buildings, bottom half would be the pathway in the ground. And the next step is creating the pathway. So you just put two wee dots right here. That's your kind of starting points. And then you just create a kind of line closer together. That's creating your pathway. So there's your pathway. Next step after that is then you do a couple of buildings. So you do 3 buildings, all different kinds of buildings. One right here. Now you don't need to copy me. You can do different kind of buildings, up to you. But I'm just doing it here. So I'll put one here, right here, one up here, and then one here. And I made it kind of 3D as well, just to try something different. As you can see there, it's all 3D as well. Very simple to do 3D. You know, that's I'll do a wee kind of more of a tutorial as well. And then the next step after that, I've added some windows to the building. You can do as many windows as you possibly can. It's up to you. And then after that, you create the patterns up for the artwork as well. So I've just created patterns on the skyline and the ground, but not the pathway, and that's it. So after that, you know, this is the next step. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to finish this for the hour, but what you do is, well, you just have the different kind of colours, and you just kind of go over the patterns. You know, you fill in the patterns. You can add more patterns on top of it, and something like that. You know, so add as many kind of colours you want to this. And I wish I had an example for this. I actually have an example at home with a sketch, but I'm going to be sharing that on social media soon, so don't worry about that. But again, you just add different kind of colours to the patterns. You can create more patterns on top of it, and it's a good wee kind of starting point. It's a good wee kind of colouring in sheet, really, kind of something like that. So that's the kind of the idea, and it's a great way to kind of just relax, have a bit of music in the background. It's helped me with my kind of just my anxiety at times through these times, these tough times. And that's really it. So that's a kind of run through of the artwork that I've been doing today. What I'm going to be doing is check out the tutorial on mindfulness pen illustrations. That gives you a kind of clearer idea of what this is all about. And check out the other. I was going to say, yeah, that's probably the best one. Check out the pen illustration tutorial that I done yesterday, which gives you a good idea of what it's all about. But that's kind of a rough idea of what it's all about. So I'll let you kind of finish off your artwork for a couple more minutes, and what we'll do, we'll have a kind of closing kind of remarks of the whole session, and I kind of run through what we did today, and that'll be it. So we'll give you a kind of 3 minutes on that, and that'll be it. So yeah, again, you only need really a couple of pieces of paper, some pens, a ruler, really. That's really it. Another way you can do this as well, if you don't want to do buildings, sometimes I think of like an object or a certain moment of life as a good starting point. So from the tutorial last week, I thought a pathway was a good way to start. So I created the pathway as my kind of starting point, create the pathway and creating many patterns on top of it, which is really a good way. I've actually got an example actually somewhere where I don't know what I put it. Here we go. Let's see. So that's my kind of example of the pathway, and something like that. So you've got the pathway right here. That's the one that's on black. So that's my pathway, and I've just created as many parts around that as possible. And that's a good starting point, because many people find it hard to start off on a bit of artwork. It can be very challenging. So that's my tip really on how to kind of start off a bit of artwork. I just think of something that relates to me, and it could be anything from a moment that's happened in your life or an object, stuff like that. So anything like that. It could be any kind of object as well. I've used different kinds of objects as well, like a mug as a starting point. You draw the mug and you create many patterns around it. So that's kind of the idea that I have behind doing these pen illustrations. It's really helped me. I hope it helps you as well. But I will be sharing some of the artwork I've done through these sessions as well. So but if you get any questions, let me know. We're just going to be finishing off in about a couple of minutes. I think we've done quite a lot today. I've given you a kind of good kind of variety of stuff today. We've done the blind drawing, we've done the pen illustration as well. Next week we're going to do some poster making, with a live stream poster making, where I'll give you a kind of step-by-step guide on how to make a kind of standard poster. This is from a kind of graphic design past, which really I done this with a couple of groups yesterday. And they really enjoyed it. So, but I'm going to do a wee kind of tutorial on that as well. But I'm going to also do like a live stream poster making session as well. So look out for that one. That'll be next Thursday at 2 o'clock for that one. So, but that'll be on the Facebook page as well. So look out for that. But if you get any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them. Just here for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to be getting ready to do some film, some more videos. So hope everyone's doing well in this, tough time. Try to get back to normality, really. Yeah, I got a haircut as well. Actually, that's another thing I've done as well. Didn't really go well, unfortunately. So next week we've got poster making, and we'll think of a theme for that next week. But I'll put that up on social media as well. So yeah. So what we'll do, we'll finish off there. And again, if you've got any questions, let me know about the pen illustrations and the blind drawing. Check out Mind and Draw on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Mind and Draw. If you've got any questions about this, email me at mindanddraw@hotmail.com, and look out for the next live stream. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed this live stream, and look out for the next one. Cheers. Thank you.